A fun day at the beach turned tragic for a Bay Area family. Lino Gomez of Tampa died after a tidal current ripped him away from his wife. They were just off of Gandy Beach in St. Pete. Jennifer Titus is there this morning. And Jen, this is something that we all really need to pay attention to.
Absolutely, Courtney. So right now I can tell you along Gandy Beach here, there is not one sign that I saw warning of strong currents in the area. And unfortunately, on Saturday when tragedy struck, the current was particularly strong. Now, Gomez and his wife were on a float when deputies say a tidal current pushed their float into a deep channel. When they were trying to paddle back towards the beach, Gomez fell into the water. While trying to pull him back onto the raft, his wife also fell in. She was able to grab the float and make it back to shore, but she lost sight of Gomez. A passing boater found Gomez face down in the water, unresponsive. He later died early Sunday in the hospital. Now, neither Gomez or his wife knew how to swim, and currents really are quite common here in the Bay Area because there is so much water that surrounds us, but tidal currents more particularly, right, Grant, when there is a full moon outside.
Yeah, your high tides and your low tides are going to be higher and lower when you've got a high tide or when you've got a full moon or a new moon, and that's what we saw over the weekend was a full moon. You probably even saw it out there. Now, this morning, the high and low tides aren't that high, but you get up to 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's when we get that high tide, and it's in between those high tides and those low tides when we have that water rushing in or rushing out of the bay. So around 4 o'clock this afternoon, you want to be careful if you're in the water there. We could have some strong currents as those high tides or that water will be rushing away from the high tide to that low tide. It's tough around those full moons. You get those higher and lower water levels.